Hebron, one of the world's oldest cities. Hebron, birthplace of the nation of Israel. 4,000 years ago, Hebron was the home of Avraham Avinu, the patriarch Abraham. It was here that his son Yitzchak was born, and it was here that he paid a considerable sum to acquire the cave of Machpelah, the burial site of Avraham and Sarah, Yitzchak and Rivka, Yaakov and Leah. The scouts that Moshe sent to survey the land of Israel, including Yehoshua ben Nun and Caleb ben Yefuneh, came to Hebron. David established his kingdom in Hebron and reigned for 7 years before proceeding to Jerusalem. At the temple in Jerusalem, they awaited sunrise in Hebron to determine when to begin their daily work. This is a Herodian structure built 2,000 years ago. What other nation has such a monument? It has no parallel. There is no such thing anywhere else. Where else would you find all the founders of a nation buried in one place thousands of years ago? Abraham and Sarah, Yitzchak and Rivka, Yaakov and Leah. There is nothing like it anywhere in the world. All Jews should come here. Every Jewish child must visit here. Every tourist has to be brought here. The first place I would bring all foreign representatives visiting Israel would be right here. This is the source of our roots. Jewish settlement in Hebron never ceased. Even after the destruction of the temple and throughout 2 millennia of exile, Jews lived in Hebron despite difficulties, restrictions, persecution, and humiliation. 1929, the Arabs of Hebron massacre their Jewish neighbors, killing, slaughtering, raping, and torturing Jews alive, and desecrating their bodies after murdering them. All attempts at returning to Hebron failed. 1967, the Six-Day War. The Israel Defense Forces liberate Hebron. IDF Chief Chaplain Rabbi Shlomo Goren and General Rehavam Ze'evi enter the cave of Machpelah, from which Jewish presence had been barred for 700 years. Jews returned to Hebron, returned to their roots. The cave of Machpelah again reverberates with the prayers of hundreds of thousands of Jews from all over the world. It is not easy to live in Hebron. Facing a hostile and fanatic Arab population, Israeli government opposition or hesitancy, the Jews who return display much self-sacrifice. It is this sense of mission and sacrifice on the part of the Jewish community of Hebron, this determination to return to the city of the patriarchs and matriarchs, that tipped the scales. Jews were killed and injured by the Arabs of Hebron, but the Jewish community grew and flourished. In 2003, an Arab sniper fired at the infant Shalhevet Pass. Shalhevet was killed and her father wounded. Her death and her funeral outraged the Jewish world. Grieving for its losses, the Jewish community of Hebron held its ground, more determined than ever to remain and flourish. Near the Avraham Avinu neighborhood, the Arab market set up on Jewish land after 1929 was evacuated. The shops became homes for young couples whose children will grow up to be proud Hebron Jews with God's help. The Grabowskis are one such family.
Hebron is unexplainable